Hi, I'm Louise and I'm an instructor with LCCKD. I'm going to go through this section which is called Focus on a Principle, and we're going to have a section of this on each of our 6 weeks. Today we're going to look at the posture, relaxation, how we should be feeling when we are practicing dragon form, and something that we call golden thread. So let's talk about this golden thread first of all. What does it mean? So golden thread is being lifted up by the very top of our head. So we want our spine to be lifted and aligned. We want to open up. So we spend an awful lot of our time slouched forward, or maybe as we are seated, we curl our back under. We don't sit upright. However much we may hope that we have good posture, there is without a doubt during the day we will be slouching forward, or when we sit down to relax, we relax so much into the chair that actually the lower spine is not being supported very well by the back of the chair. So when we talk about our golden thread, it's to remind us to be lengthened. Okay, so imagine like a doll that's being lifted and suspended. Okay, so that's what we want to be like. We're being lifted and suspended. This golden thread lifts us by the very top of our head, and everything else is being suspended below that. It might seem a little bit strange at first of all, but it really does help to relax ourselves and to help with the flow of our Tai Chi practice. So how does that look? Well, obviously I don't have a golden thread or a thread being lifted by the very top of my head, but I do find it helps if I can visualise these things as I go through. And when I help you with the moves that are in the dragon form, you might hear me talk about threads being lifted, lifting my hands and things like that. And if I can visualise that as I'm going through my practice, it just helps me to settle into that. So this golden thread, as I'm standing, I try to feel light. Imagine there is something that's lifting me up. So I'm not going to be taut and rigid. I'm going to relax. But what I don't want to do is then start to slouch forward or to push my hips forward and my shoulders back. I want to feel like the spine is being opened up. So feeling light, allowing that to happen. So we're not standing to attention, but we are standing upright. I can feel the ground beneath my feet. The whole of my foot is grounded. Now I might also want to lift my toes, move my toes around and place them back down as well. That really does help with that grounding. But as I do that, I don't suddenly slouch down. Lift up. Imagine this golden thread is lifting from the very top of your head. So your arms are just hanging. Arms are just hanging. So a way to know if your arms are relaxed, try to move from side to side. If your arms allow this to happen, like my arms are allowing this to happen, then I know that my arms are becoming relaxed, they're starting to relax. And then if I can take these arms, just let them go from side to side, hopefully you can see that's happening. Then this is really becoming relaxed. My shoulders are not stopping this movement from happening. Now, other ones that you can do, be careful if you do this one, but other ones that you can do, things like lifting your hand and then letting go. So if I was not relaxed, that hand wouldn't have come down and hit me on the leg. I would have tried to stop myself. So that's another way of knowing how relaxed I am. So we've gone from golden thread into relaxation. You'll notice as we go through, they're all very much linked. Okay? So relaxing. What does that mean? That's different again for everybody. We might have an awful lot going on at the moment in these strange times. So relaxing can be a very hard thing to do. It's not a case of you just walk into a room, flick a switch and you become relaxed. But Tai Chi helps promote relaxation, and it does that by being slow, the calmness, stillness of the moves that we do, but a meditation in motion. So we don't stay still, but we feel that there's a stillness as we practice. So relaxing, start from the very top and work all the way down. So try to maybe find somewhere that allows you to relax. Maybe you have a space at home that is as free as it possibly can be from the noise of everyday life and things going on. And make yourself some time. So what we say to people, students especially that have been with us for a while, is to dress into what you would normally wear for your practice. Now as a beginner you might not know what you will be wearing, but wear something comfortable. Don't wear something that feels restrictive and tight, because you can't relax if you're feeling agitated by what you're wearing. So wear something that allows you to feel relaxed. Maybe find a space that allows you to be relaxed. We have some really lovely weather at the moment, so it might be that you want to do this outside. Now the time of day often can affect how relaxed we are. Maybe there's a time of day for you that helps. At the moment you might notice there's a lot less traffic and a lot more bird song. So maybe in the morning, maybe you could just open some windows, maybe you could go outside and just allow yourself a few moments to help you relax. And then you could maybe do some Tai Chi, or maybe you're not going to practice your Tai Chi that day and just focus on finding things that allow you to relax. But what we don't want is that it becomes a stress finding somewhere to relax. So, let's talk about posture. We've spoken about this golden thread and we've talked about posture as we've gone through that. So posture, we want to be grounded, we want this golden thread, we've mentioned those two. So our head wants to be over our shoulders, shoulders over our hips, hips over our ankles. So if I stand to the side of you, so I don't want my neck jutting forward, my chest jutting forward, my back and butt being stuck outward. I want this all to be in alignment. Just let the arms come down by our sides. So I'm trying to get this head over my shoulders, bringing the shoulders up, but then bring them down. Okay, we want to keep these shoulders relaxed. I tend to have a little bit of tightness in my lower back at times, so I tilt the pelvis forward just a little bit. I feel those muscles start to lengthen already. Okay? So you might have some tightness in that back, you might just want to bring that tailbone under. But what we don't want to do is push that tailbone under, take the shoulders back too much and push the knees forward. So remember that golden thread, relax. The shoulders back, I'm tucking that tailbone under just a little bit. My knees are soft and my hips are in line with my ankles. Now my weight is 50-50, so I'm trying not to lean on one side or the other. The weight is 50-50. Then, like we said earlier, you could lift the toes, spread the toes out, lift the heels, and then go down. Now, following on from this, we have other sections that make up your programme. And I believe this week we're looking at some balance moves and how different things affect our balance. So it's well worth looking at that section as well, because balance and posture and golden thread and relaxation are all linked. So please take the time to look at all the different sections that are in your programme this week.